Hey, how's it going? I'm Dr. Alvarez with Endobariatric. Thanks so much for joining us today. And today we have a different setup, as you can see. We're going to be doing a different type of video, very interesting interview. I'm here with Spencer. Spencer is a former patient of mine. And wow, we are just mind blown. As a few minutes ago, we were just talking about weight loss, and it just caught my eye right away because you mentioned that you pretty much don't weigh yourself, right?
Yeah, stay away from the scale and keeping it more of a how do my clothes fit, like a non-scale victory, I think you
Non-scale
say.
victories,
Yeah.
yes. I like that term, yes.
So that's been my approach mostly of like,
Yes.
how do my clothes fit? How do I feel? How is exercising easier? Is hiking easier? That type of thing. So
You pretty much have stayed away from the scale for how long?
yeah, it's been about 7, 8 months, if anything, just because, sometimes I get in my head about the number and it's like, oh, I haven't done enough, or I'm not doing this, or like, oh, I'm going, or it's too low, whatever. My mind just likes to play games like that. So I say, you know what, no scale, we're going to try it just natural, let things happen.
Amazing.
And, trust my body, listen to my body after the surgery. And
Because believe me, people who are watching this, I mean, I've been doing this for close to 20 years. People get obsessed,
yeah, oh, easy.
I mean, people who are watching this, I can assure you, they get on the scale every day or even several times a day, Spencer. So for you
Yeah.
not getting on the scale for 8 months, well, I mean, just that, wow.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I like to I naturally compare myself to other things. I obsess over a number, and I was like, I'm not playing that game. I've played that game my whole life, and now it's like I've been given this tool. I'm just going to stay in my own lane, live my life as I can, and you know what? I'll try and eat healthier food. I'll try and get out and exercise more, but I'm not going to concentrate on a number.
Fantastic. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Spencer. Where are you from? When did you have surgery?
I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Had surgery January 10th, 2024, correctly. So
It's about a year and 2 months, let's say.
Yep, year and 2 months. So, and then finally came back because after seeing the success and kind of talking about it, my mom wanted to get it done as well. And so, and I came along because she accompanied me.
She was your companion.
Yep. And I decided to return the favor.
Return the favor, yes.
Yeah.
And we did her procedure today. She did fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I really appreciate the trust in coming back. And I mean, there's nothing better than you bringing someone, because that means you felt comfortable. And well, look at your successes. You look fantastic.
Yeah.
So when I saw you, I was mind blown. I was like, wow. I mean, I can remember this,
Oh yeah.
But
yeah. Just looking at the pictures, like I took a before picture, and then we took a after picture over on the bench outside, and just seeing that is like night and day. Just I have to remind myself, like, yes, that it has been this whole process, and wow, and it worked, and it worked out for me.
Yeah. How has life changed? I mean, maybe your quality of life, or what has been very noticeable on your everyday lifestyle?
I think one of the biggest things is my relationship to food. And because before I had the surgery, I was feeling guilt for eating anything, or for a lot of things. I would feel guilt for maybe having a treat. I would think about, oh, I shouldn't eat that. I shouldn't eat this. Even if I had a good meal, I would be like, oh, maybe I ate too much. But now, after the surgery, I have more trust in my body of saying, you know what, I can eat this and it's all right. I can trust my body. My body will tell me when I've had enough food. And from there, it's like, okay, like, there is no, and then it kind of redefined food for me, that there's no good or bad, there's just more nutritious and less nutritious. And so I was able to, stop playing those mind games of associating good and bad, and like how good of a person I am based off of like what I eat. And then from there, it kind of grew of like, then I started seeing, oh, my body can move in different ways. Like at the gym has become more fun because I'm able to stretch, I'm able to move and enjoy my body more without all that extra weight on me and all that kind of restriction with that. That, and of course, the overall benefit of being able to wear different clothes and wear a lot, not nicer clothes, but I'm able to go to the store and not feel like, oh, I'm not going to find anything, or it's like, oh, they're out of my size. It's more of like, oh, hey, I can go and I can have a wider variety of choice. I can choose more things. And that alone has like freed up a lot of mental space as well. And so a lot of the benefits have been, freeing up that mental space, being able to move, being able to trust my body, being able to be more compassionate towards myself with that and understand, you know what, I can trust my body, I can trust me, I'm going to make progress along the way.
And going back to a year and 2 months ago, when you decided to take the step, what pretty much triggered it in your own situation?
Yeah, so I was talking, it all kind of started with my aunt who was a former patient here as well, and we started talking, and every day before the surgery I thought about my weight. Every day I even had trouble looking in the mirror because I knew I didn't like what I saw, and then that, didn't help my mental health either. And so I just came to a point where I was like, I need to, one, make a choice to invest in myself and to go through with this, but then also be like, you know what, I need a tool because I had done so many different things.
Tried different things.
I had dieted, I had dietitians and nutritionists and working out and pretty much everything. I've tried it, like pills I tried, and just everything. And I'm like, okay, I need to try something else. Keep on trying until I find something. And I was like, this is a great option. I've seen others with success, researched the hospital, and I was like, okay, this is a good choice. And it's like, if I want to continue to be the best self that I could be, to prevent future health problems, I need to take this step. And so I was like, you know what, it's worth it. So let's take the plunge and see what happens.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
And what a transformation.
Yeah, it's definitely been worth it. Like, I feel like I am the same person, but I'm not. I'm new. I feel like I'm better. I more aligned with what I've wanted to be in life. And it's like, I just feel a lot more comfortable and a lot better. And sometimes I just walk by the mirror, I'm like, oh, that's me. It's like, oh, I can do hard things. Oh, I can change my life. And it's like, okay, like, it's just finding the right tool, finding the right way, finding the support system.
Did you at any point after you had your surgery, did you at any point think maybe this wasn't going to work for you, or it was going to fail like other things you've tried in the past?
Oh, yeah, it crossed my mind of like,
Which is common.
yeah, it's like, oh, will this work? But then I'm like, you know what? Like, I invested, even if it never worked, I invested in myself. I made the right step.
Correct.
And I put myself first. But it didn't often stick around because I felt like my body changing. I felt like as I was eating, I could eat less and still be satisfied. And then, so that kind of reinforced my confidence of like, okay, this will work, this is fine. But yeah, of course, those fears were still there of like, oh, I ate this, I shouldn't have done that, or this, and it's like, no, calm down. Like, it's all right.
Trust the process.
I told myself that a lot.
Trust the process.
Hey, it'll be fine. It'll work out, and it has.
Yeah, it commonly gets to the patient's head. Again, as I was mentioning a few minutes ago, that the patient's getting on the scale every single day, just watching out, see if it's working, see if it's moving forward, see if it's,
Yeah.
It does. And also because many other methods that the patient has tried has failed, this diet, this other diet, this other method, the pills, you name it, I tell patients that sometimes, unfortunately, I'm that last link on the chain, but I tell patients, but I'm the most effective link, So patients try many other methods until they get tired and it's like, I'll have weight loss surgery, but weight loss surgery works.
Yeah. I think there's such a stigma against it because it's not talked about. Like, in society, it's like, oh, you have to be skinny, but they don't tell you how to get there. They don't tell you, and it's just like, no, first of all, it's about your health.
Correct.
It's not about like outward image. It's like, okay, it's about your health, but society kind of twists it. It's like, no, it's all about looks. It's this, and you have to go to the gym. You have to work hard. You have to be disciplined. It's like, people like me, it's like, no, I was disciplined. I was working hard. Yes, I wanted to look good, but I also wanted to improve my mental health, my physical health. And it's just so like, and then you keep on running into like, if you search Google, it's like, how do I lose weight? Exercise, diet. And yes, you need to do those things, but for
sometimes it's not enough.
No.
Sometimes you need something extra.
And I needed that.
That too.
And I didn't realize that was the key until it happened, and I was like, I can do this. Like, I'm not I don't have an issue with discipline. I don't have an issue with this. It's just I needed something more. I needed another resource to rely on.
And I am amazed of how much you have achieved. You have achieved, even though, yes, the surgery, but the surgery is just a tool. We talked about this, how you've used this tool to get to this point.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're just talking off cameras. Well, I was asking you, how much have you lost and how much time? You said, I have no idea. I have not I've not stepped on the scale in so long, and you said I can get on the scale right now.
Yeah.
I go, you probably lost close to 100 pounds, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah, I was like, no, because I guess I like to prep myself in saying like, and lowering my expectations so I'm not disappointed. But it was so kind of rewarding. Well, I guess it was in kilograms over there, and I'm like, okay, like that's a number. But then on the way back, I was searching, googling it, and so then I was like, wait, this can't be that number. Like I've never lost this much.
Which was the number I gave you.
Oh yeah,
just by seeing you, I go,
it was
you
like,
probably lost close to 100 pounds.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a gift to see that. But I don't know. I had to see that number to even believe it because
I missed the number by 2 pounds.
2 pounds, yeah. Yeah.
Because you've lost 100 pounds. Or 98
ridiculous.
pounds.
Yeah, 98. But still, it's like, oh my gosh, like I did it and I'm doing it and I'm still trying and it's working. So it's been really great.
Any recommendations you would give someone that maybe comes up to you and asks you, Spencer, I'm looking into weight loss surgery. I mean, give me 2 tips, something to inspire.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay. One I think is, this is hard because there's so much to actually say of like reasons to do it.
Or something you would say, I wish I knew this,
Yeah, I definitely wish, to say like, trust the process. Like if you're wanting to go do it and if you go through with it, trust the process. It'll be okay. Like, and then, get also another thing too is get a support system behind you. Get family, get friends, as many as you can. And I think too, like, I think you'd be surprised how many people are there to support you because it has been so stigmatized of like, oh, weight loss surgery. In my mind, or sometimes I was scared to tell a friend that I was getting it done. And so I let that stop me, where I would tell some other friends and they'd be like, great, I am so glad, I'm happy for you. What help do you need? And as I told more people, I got that same reaction. And so it's not something to be scared about. It's not something to be like concerned about because you're just getting a tool for your health. And I think you'd be surprised as you open up to friends, then they can support you along the journey because, it's not easy. It's still a weight loss journey. But to have those people to understand, dietary restrictions that you have to help support you, especially helping support you to get to the point and then supporting you after until you are able to, do it more on your own.
Yeah.
Set yourself up. So yeah, I would definitely say trust the process, get a support group behind you because it just makes it easier.
Of course.
But then at the end of the day, I'll repeat what my therapist told me, like an investment in yourself is never wasted. And so at the end of the day, if you can't have anything else, just understand you're showing up for yourself.
Yeah. And you're trying to be better every day and be healthier. And if you're good, everything's good.
Yeah.
If you're not good, many things aren't good.
Yeah.
So definitely.
Exactly. So
I love it. Yes.
It's good. Always invest in yourself, put yourself in that position, set yourself up for success.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for your inspiration because you are an inspiration, man. You really are. So I was really happy to see you yesterday. Just walk in, and see you and keep being the inspiration, keep using that tool because as you mentioned, it's just a tool. You got to keep using it.
Yep.
It's still the journey. It doesn't end. It did not end today. It keeps going. So keep using your tool. Keep inspiring others, Spencer. And congratulations. Now, today, it's your turn to be the support now for your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And
my pleasure.
Thanks for making it possible.
Yes. Yes. Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this interview. Spencer, indeed. Wow, what an inspiration. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. See you around.